Hi everyone. First of all, welcome if you're new here and welcome back if you've been here before. I'm so happy to be back again. I won't dedicate too much time in this video about what happened to me and where I've been and so on, but hopefully there have already been a Friday sews about that, or there will be this Friday. I'm not quite sure yet when I'm filming this how I will be able to film the videos I want to. But I won't talk about that here. This will be completely dedicated to the Sew Frugal Challenge organized by the wonderful Sam. Hi and welcome to my channel, The Stitchy Wife. I'm Elisabeth and today it is finally time for Sew Frugal 24. Frugalissima and Ruan, the Yorkshire Sew Girl, that we have so much to thank for here in the sewing community. Two beautiful people, persons, both inside and out. And I am so grateful and thankful to be able to take part in this challenge yet once again this year. You probably already know the rules by now because this is a challenge that have been going on for, I think this is the 4th or 5th year, but I will insert some of the, I will insert a picture of the rules here, and I will also insert pictures of the amazing prizes that they have been able to provide for us, and they have done an incredible job as always, and all the sponsors are amazing of them because both Ruan and Sam have already made one video each about it, so please check them out and you will get all the info there. And there will always be more, there is also more talk about the rules there, but the main thing is you're going to find a free pattern online and you're going to use some fabric from your stash. That is the main thing of it, and you have to sew a clothing item, not an accessory or something for your dog or so on, just clothing for yourself or for a loved one. Well, I have really wrecked my brain of what I should do this year. This year I actually thought about trying to find pages or web pages that not so many talk about, and because there is so many free patterns out there, but we tend to, as we do with patterns for most of the time, we get favorites and then we talk about them a lot. But I thought, why not try and venture out and see what we can find and see if there is anything else out there. And I was surprised. I am overwhelmed, to be completely honest. There are so many beautiful free patterns out there. A lot of them are quite basic, not all of them by no means, but a lot of them are. And this year I thought I would take one or two of the basic ones and try and elevate them and add something to them with not too much effort. So I will start off by showing you 6 web pages that I found that are not that talked about. And I will do that and do a voiceover because I think that is the easiest way for you to listen to it and see what I mean and talk about it. And then I will come back and show you a couple of the fabrics I'm thinking about using and which of the patterns I'm thinking about using this time. So let's head over to the web pages and see what I have found. Okay, so let's start with a very new site to me, magazine.snapply.de. And please don't be too afraid that it is a German site, because as you can see, I have now here just used auto translate from Google and it's working very well. And when you get this page, this is how it's looking, and here we have sewing pattern freebies, and I choose all of it, and you can see there is everything for both child, men, women, and pets and accessories. So for further for trying out more things down the line, please don't forget to use this page because it is a great page. But what you do, you just click on the picture and then you get a very clear view of how difficult it is, difficult level, a few pictures, material lists, and then sewing pattern quilted vest like this is, and where it says PDF behind it, you know that you can click on that and then the pattern will be downloaded for your site. So it's a great thing, great page to try out, because there are a lot of patterns, as you saw. And I have narrowed it down and shown you most of the sewing pattern. Here we have the first one, and it is the quilted vest, and then we have a couple of sweatpants with a pin tuck, and then we have a fleece sweatshirt that I think is amazing. There are so many of these on the market now, and yeah, those of you like me who loves them, I will definitely try this one out somehow. Then we have an easy one that is difficulty 1, skirt, and here we have a dress. Then we have 4 other different, cropped hoodie, shorts, this is a blouse, and here we have a dress. And finally, this is a woven blouse with knit cuffing that got me really excited, as a version of the high cuff sweater from the assembly line. I thought I will definitely try this one out at a later date too. And here we have with, I don't know the English word for this one, but I really like that detail. And here I just incorporated one picture of a child version of a sweater, since I thought that was super cute, and it was quite not so simple as many of the other patterns, but I'm really intrigued by that one for a kid. I don't have anyone to sew it for, but if you have, please check that one out, and they have a lot of children's wear. That is the German site. Next up is my favorite Heidun handmade. Those of you that have followed me before know how much I love her, and she has quite a few free patterns, but the one I really want to accentuate today is this one, the mountain post pants, because I don't know why they have been so forgotten in the sewing world, because they are so in at the moment, and they are a wonderful pattern to a perfect yoga pant. There are mostly legging patterns out there for free patterns, but this is a real yoga pant with the added bonus of a different waistband if you would like to have one. And yeah, I really like them. I've done several of them, both in a ponte fabric and in a cotton jersey, and I'm wearing one right now, and I love every one of them because it's a great pattern. Just that is all I can say. I just love it. She also has an allspice apron and Durango tank as a free pattern, and this apron, I included that to show you that I think you actually can make a free pinafore pattern out of it by just enclosing the back part of it. I will try and make it later on in the year, but not this month, because I will definitely try and make the mountain posts and make a sew along with them, and just to make people aware of that pattern. And I will there try to incorporate one of the other patterns that we just saw with the pin tucks, and see if I can merge those two patterns somehow, but more on that later on. Next page I found is Life So Savory. I've completely missed this one. I don't know if you have heard of it, but I haven't, and she has a lot of free patterns. And this is the first page where a few of them are, but here we have, this is one I'm really interested in, and I really like the look of it, and I think it would be beautiful to both jeans and to a skirt, a long skirt, and as cozy up at home. Yeah, several different versions I can imagine myself, and I've already printed that one actually. Then we have a pair of wide leg pants that looked really interested with elastic in the waist, and here we have a raglan pattern with a bit narrower fit than that one, because this is a loose fit and that was appeal to me, but I really like to have one with a narrower fit too, so definitely great value. A lot of patterns, a lot of children's pattern too, so please check her out. Here we even have a dungaree pattern. I think someone talked about that last year on So Frugal, but I didn't hear much more about it. And a wrap dress, that's not too usual either. And then we have another sweatshirt tunic that is a bit more a bit more of that kind. But here we have a split hem that is really intriguing to me, so I'm definitely going to check more of her patterns out and report back to you what I think about them. Then we get to the third site, that is Petite Stitchery. No, the fourth. I'm at the fourth already. That is the Petite Stitchery, and they have a lot of free patterns too. I wasn't aware of that. I thought that was mainly accessories, but it isn't. I will show you a few of them. Here we have a beautiful hoodie that is both cropped and regular length. She has, or they have, sweatpants with no cuffs at the bottom, and they have this tank. I thought that was quite an interesting pattern because it is a bit A-lined, and that is not that common either. And then we have this pair of joggers. I know that Rachel from Stitched Up has talked about these, and I am really excited to try this one out because I didn't realize that they were from Petite Stitchery. I haven't listened that well, apparently, but now I know. And here we have a really cute dress, Get It Together dress, another pattern that I completely escaped me. I haven't seen it, but I really like the look of it. And then we have a t-shirt, and then we have two different ponchos, and I am planning on making that one. I will show you fabric later, but this looks beautiful too. So yeah, a great site for a lot of patterns. So you can see there are so many free patterns out there. That is not just the regular t-shirt patterns. So I'm super excited about this. Then we have something that I think is very missed too, and that is Creative Bug. You can get 2 months for free, and it is an amazing offer because they have so many classes, and they have sewing, painting, crocheting, knitting, everything that you as a crafter would like. But what I think is quite amazing is that you get a lot of free downloads at the same time, and I have collected a few of them here, just a few of them, because there are so many that you can't I can't show them all here, but these three, for example, this is a pattern maker called Tabitha Sewer, and she is also doing a sew along at the same time, and that is amazing. And look at this dress. This is a jumpsuit, and this dress, I think it's amazing to get this for free. And I pay for Creative Bug right now, and I love having that subscription because it's a cheap subscription for what you're getting. That is definitely my opinion of it, and I really like what they're making and doing, so I really like that site. And then we have this, for example, the Wanderlust Tea by Fancy Tiger Crafts, and then we have Wardrobe Basics, sewing dress number 2 and pants number 1, and there are a lot of other patterns from them too. And you just get the course, you just click on the course and you download the pattern that is possible to get with the course, and you don't have to pay anything for it. So it's great, it's fantastic. But remember, you have to register for Creative Bug for free, and if you don't want it after the 2 months, you have to I think write to them to make sure that you won't be charged for continuing on. But it is 2 months for free, and that is a great offer if you haven't used it. So please try it out, and I will link every one of these down below, of course. The last page that I've been looking at is Styla patterns, and this is one of the ones that I think is more talked about. But what I found this year is that I think that these two last patterns that they have, the Sala hoodie and the rain sweatshirt, is amazing for free. The dresses too. There is a legging pattern that is quite, yeah, it's a legging pattern and it's great. But look at these other patterns. Here we have a hoodie with several options for color blocking. This is definitely on my make list and I love the look of it. I'm super excited for that. This one has gone completely under my radar and I really like the ruched effect here. That is a lot in both ready to wear and different sewing patterns. And for free, these patterns, look at them. I can't believe that they are free actually. So I was really excited that I was supposed to only share 5 different web pages, but I had to include Styla since I found this out. And then we have the legging patterns and the 2 different dress patterns. So yeah, I really like what they are making or creating. And great instructions, because I've sewn quite a few of their paid patterns too. Then as a final bonus pattern, I have to include, yeah, the Billy wearable blanket, or the Blaze Children wearable blanket, from what previously was DIY Club but is now Copper Creek Patterns. So search for Copper Creek Patterns, and yeah, this is my most worn item in my closet, definitely. It is not my most beautiful items, but it is definitely my best. Ask my husband what he thinks about it and what I think about it. He thinks I'm looking like a little ghost, and he's probably right, as you can see here. It's a terrible picture of me, but I just had to include it. I love it. So don't miss that. And I actually made one of these kids versions for one of my best friends' grandkids was leaving for Holland, and he was so nervous and so scared and everything was tough for him, and I gave him a really cuddly one, and he actually phoned me a couple of nights ago and told me that he used the wearable blanket every day and thought about me and thought about what we talked about and what an exciting adventure they're actually on at the moment, and that really warmed my heart. So I'm super grateful for this pattern. It has created a lot of happy memories in my family. Let's get over and see what I'm planning on making. Well, that was quite a few, as you can see, and I had a really hard time narrowing it down to just 6 web pages and the bonus one, of course. But you know, those of you that have been here before, you all know how much I love the Billy wearable blanket, so I just had to add it. That is not something I probably will do this year, not this month anyway. I'm actually thinking about making a new wearable blanket because my husband thinks that the one I'm having at the moment is quite used, and it is not the most beautiful thing I have in my closet, but it is definitely the most worn in my closet. So we'll see, but that will be for a later date, so not this month. But what I am planning on doing this month is, first of all, I'm thinking about using the Mountain Post pants from Hey June Handmade, a firm favorite of mine. I've used it so many times, as I said before, in both ponte and cotton jersey and different kind of stretch fabrics. And this time I will use one of the patterns that I just quite quickly scanned over from the Snapply page. And if you remember this one, I will insert a picture here. There is a pin tack on this, and I will try and insert that on the Mountain Post pants, because that is something I see a lot, both in the paid pattern world, so to speak, and in the ready-to-wear world. There are a lot of pin tacks on yoga pants, and I thought, why not try it? And if my health and if I'm up for it, or if my body is up for it more. That is more the question. I will try and make a video about that because I'm so excited about this, and I'm hoping I will make it work. And I will probably use some of the Ponte I have in my stash. I will insert a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not quite sure which one yet, because I don't know if I will go the light way or the dark way, because I have a lot of dark mountain post pants, but that is the ones I use the most. And at the same time, I'm thinking that maybe the Pintack is more visible on the lighter fabric. So what do you think? What should I try? And are you interested in seeing the process of how I'm merging two free patterns together? Please let me know down below, and I will definitely try and film it for you. Sorry if the image had changed a bit, because my husband just called and I had to use the phone that I'm filming on. But I hope that's okay. Well, the second free pattern of those I've shown you, I am definitely will try to make, is the veil hooded poncho from Petite Stitchery. And that is a layering piece it will be a wonderful thing to have here in Sweden, because even in the midst of summer, we don't get that much warmth, to be completely honest. There will be maybe 1 or 2 weeks where it will get really hot, but that is all we get. Otherwise, we need layering pieces. And I have an old blanket from IKEA. I have 2 of these, and I'm planning to use the fringes and leave them on. And I think this hooded poncho will be quite easy to sew, actually. But that is definitely something I will try and make. And as I think I said it before, I will try and make a video of all of my makes separately, so you will get one video each for each item. But as I said, it's all depending on my health and how I'm holding up and keeping up. But I will try and make it. Please let me know down below which you most would like to see if I had to choose. The mountain post pants with Pintacks, the veil hooded, the veil poncho, hooded poncho, it's a tongue twister. Or the third thing I really want to make is of course, the Sally, I don't know the correct word, how you pronounce it, from Styla Patterns, the hood, the hoodie, of course. I think it is an amazing free pattern by the looks of it. It is so detailed, and it is so many ways of color blocking, and yeah, I'm just so super excited to try that. And for that, I have a couple of 3 different French terries that I have in my stash. This is a little bit less and this is a little bit more, but I think I will be able to get it together because there are so many color blocking options. The last pattern I want to try, that is I would like to make a raglan or some kind of a sweater with an insert of a quilt block. I seen it a lot, both in the sewing world with the paid pattern from Sew Liberated, the Nest sweatshirt, that the beautiful Rachel from the French theme has shared a lot about, and I love her versions, and I actually own that pattern, and I will definitely try that one out next month. But I will try and start out by making a free one, because it can't be that hard to insert a quilt block. And we have the beautiful Izzie from Izzie Quilts and Sews, and she has a lot of free tutorials on mug rugs. So I'm planning on using one of the spring mug rugs blocks to insert on a sweatshirt, and that is where I come back to Styla, because I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to use the sweater pattern from Styla or if I'm going to use one of the free patterns from So Lifesavory, because I am quite excited about trying that from that webpage, because I've never tried anything from her before, and this one, especially the raglan, the oversized raglan, is really intriguing to me, and try and get a block that is fitted for that. But on the other hand, the sweater from Styla has this beautiful ruching down the side of the sleeves, and I'm kind of thinking that you're taking away from the ruching if you add a quilt block 2. You don't know where your eyes should watch. I'm really would like to make both that sweater in a simple French terry that is almost one color with the ruching at the sides of the seam, and then use the quilt block to add on a sweater that is more simple, like the free raglan sweater from Life So Savory. And as you can see, I'm a bit all over the place with that one, but I really want to try that one out as a free pattern, because I'm thinking that is a way for everyone that doesn't have the money to put on a new pattern to try it out, at least if you like it. And that is definitely something I want to do. And that is also a way of getting you can use any quilt block. There are so many quilt blocks out there for free, and try them. I will try and sew it on a stabilized French terry, and then use French terry for the rest of the sweater. And I will probably use what is left of these fabrics for my hoodie, from my Sally hoodie, and use as a sweater with a quilt block too. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not 100% sure of how I'm going to make this, and I would love it if you would follow along, and if you would subscribe, and if you would like this video if you liked it, and if you would give me inspiration down below what you think I should make. My plan is to recap it, to use the mountain post pants and the pin tuck sweatpants from the German site Napoli, and merge them as one. And then I want to make the Sally hoodie, and that is beautiful just as is. And then I would like to make the hooded poncho, and then I would like to make the sweater with the quilt block on. So a lot to make in this month, and I am keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm praying that I will have the energy, as I said. But stay put and see what I make, and I really would love for you to follow along on this journey. So I will try and film as much as I can, and I hope to hear from you, to hear what you are planning to make for So Frugal. Take the chance to get inspired from all the YouTubers out there, and make sure you watch yesterday's vlogs if you haven't already. That was Tamlyn from Sewn All the Time, and Becs from What Becs Sews. And today it's me and Vicky from Heartland Knits and Sews, of course. I'm so sorry, Vicky, for forgetting your name. Well, and tomorrow it's the wonderful Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl, and another one Lisa shows. So please make sure you check them out too, because you can't have too much inspiration, and the inspiration will keep on coming this month. It is a wonderful month for that. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone, and take care, and hope you get a lot of happy sewing made this month. Can't wait to see everyone's entry to this challenge. Bye for now.